Hey everyone, Sean Clement here, Wisdom in Golf, and we have an amazing announcement for you. A company called Retrieve with artificial intelligence is now put up this amazing platform for learning. And we've partnered with them. We see how incredible this technology is, and we're so excited to bring you the first 3 series that you'll find on our premium channel. But for those of you who want to be able to get in there and do voice command searches, which are really neat, or if you want to see it in a different language, we're actually going to have it in Spanish, in French, and other languages on command right there on the website. And then we'll have other ways of interacting for swing analysis and for online one-on-one through this website. Direct messaging directly to me for any questions that you may have on the content. So check it out in our descriptions from this moment forward, and you are going to be absolutely thrilled with the way that you're going to learn the best content with by far the best platform to do it in for the most incredible learning experience in golf that you'll ever be able to have. Hey everyone, Sean and Moo.
Hey guys.
Yeah man, my buddy. So what we're going to be talking about today is why is it that you're all arms and you can't get your body to move? You can't get your body to shift weight. You can't get your body to clear the hips. You think you're defective, but in actual fact, you're Pinocchio without the strings. Moo and I, we're going to show you this awesome, easy task that's going to activate your body and turn you into a freaking golf striking machine, okay? Now, Moo.
Yeah.
Last year, you had a lot of pivotal moments. You had pivotal moments in your short game with chipping.
Yeah.
What was the difference?
Utilizing my legs a lot more.
Utilizing the legs in the chip shot.
That's right.
Because many of you are thinking about, ooh, I got to freeze the legs, I got to, not move. And then all of a sudden, when you don't move, it becomes all arms. So the first thing we want you to understand is the way the body works, right?
Yeah.
If I was getting ready to, let's say, sew something into my grip here, well, I would hold this really tight to my body.
Right.
And then I take my needle and do my thing or draw or whatever I needed to do on this grip.
Yeah.
My brain has to freeze my body and turn me into a statue so I can make these fine manipulations. So when you're starting out,
Yeah.
you're being careful.
Yeah, I was very careful.
And when you're trying to put the club on the ball, because the ball is very small and the club face is a small surface, and your brain says, be careful, watch out. And the culture in golf is such that they're telling you that you're defective and you better watch out.
Yeah.
And you better make sure. And we're not in that camp at all. You are Pinocchio without the strings. You're already amazing. And what we're going to do with you today is we're going to show you how to throw the golf club. And one of the things that you performed really well was that nice kettlebell throw.
Yeah.
And so instead of throwing the kettlebell, I'm going to take this little 4-pound hammer here, and let's see you just swing it back and through without stopping like a long chip shot.
Okay.
And pretend you're going to heave the hammer over the tripod into that Golf Academy sign.
Okay.
Nice. Can you see how that's working right there? Notice how his body is turning out of the way. Why is that? Well, even if you only had one hand, imagine you're bowling with that hammer with your left hand.
Okay.
Just swing it back and through without stopping. Look at his shoulders, how much they're turning. See, they're facing you, and now all of a sudden they're doing a full 90 degrees. Why is that?
Yeah.
Because the arm has to swing freely from the shoulder socket down.
Yeah.
So there you go. Now hold that finish. Notice where his weight is. When I ask my students right out of the gate, when did the weight shift? They'll say, well, right about when I'm over here.
Right.
Where in actual fact, it shifted way before that. So let's say you and I were boxing.
Okay.
You're a lefty, right?
Yeah, I'm a lefty.
So let's see you snap a punch right here with the left hand. What went first?
Just like
That's
here.
a nice looking punch, buddy. Right? So,
There.
excellent.
Yeah.
Nobody ever fails that. You would never punch
Yeah.
like this.
Right.
You'd wreck your shoulder. So the first thing the brain's got to do, go ahead and set up,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The first thing the brain's got to do is go put pressure on that lead leg.
Yeah.
And now it uses the ground through the leg, through the core,
Yeah.
and clears the rib cage and pelvis out of the way so that that arm has access.
Right.
So go back into your loaded position.
Yeah.
Now don't move the body and try to bring your hand here.
It's
Right?
impossible.
It's like now you're T-Rex.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
So back to a nice snap.
Okay.
Look at that. Look at the extension now. So you get width and extension and body activation when this turns.
Right. Yeah, big time.
When this turns, how do you get that to turn? Well, you get yourself a task that's going to engage it through pure self-preservation.
Right.
So if I take my golf club now
Yeah.
and I want to throw my club in that direction, this is what it would look like. And before you start throwing clubs, I want you to go check out Throwing the Club, Sean Clement. And you remember the throw that when Moo and I had a nice throwing session at one of Savannah's tournaments.
Yeah, it was
You should
eye-opening.
have seen Moo's face. His eyes were big like dinner plates. His jaw was on the ground. He's going, I'm trying to throw over there and it's going backwards.
Yeah.
Right? That's what's going to happen to you at first. Then when you continue throwing, you'll be able to throw accurately like that. So if I'm throwing the club towards Moo, the brain's got to go get the ground,
Right.
use the ground to get the body out of the way. See what happens?
Mm-hmm.
So I have access to throwing towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Look what happened.
Yeah.
Weight shift engaged. Oh, look at that. I got a weight shift. And then the hips are going to clear. Why? Well, if I were to throw my club overhead,
Yeah.
nobody ever messes that up either. How did my brain know when to let go? Had a target.
Right.
So right about there, because I'm trying to throw the club in your direction.
Yeah.
So what happens if I do it underhand? Well, I can't get to the target from here.
No.
So my brain's going to go get the ground, use the ground to get my body out of the way, so I have access to the direction I want to go on.
Yeah.
How about that? Now, if you make the ball your target and you say, I'm going to put this club on the ball, I'm going to be real careful about it. That's what you're going to get. If I'm taking the club and I'm throwing it in that direction, the next one you want to see is predict solid contact and direction, Sean Clement. So when you throw the club, you know how to put the ball in the way of that throw. If I throw from here, I miss. If I throw from here, I top. If I throw from here, I'm cutting the dandelion stem. So I'm throwing to the right edge of that intermediate point in that direction. What's it going to feel like when I throw that way? Yeah, it feels about like that.
That was pasted.
Then all of a sudden, everything is moving in the proper direction.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
One thing that really helped move, and at one point we were talking about, okay, you want to feel like you're throwing with your legs,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you were able to throw the club pretty good with your hands.
Yeah, the arms. Yeah, I was all
And,
more.
and you were able to fake it because you're an athlete, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This guy's played a lot of football.
Yeah.
So what we needed to do is get you to, what does it feel like when you're throwing it with ease?
Yeah.
And then you said, well, it feels like I'm throwing it with my legs, right? Just
Yeah.
like what we did with the hammer right there.
Right.
So let me see you pretend you're going to throw the club with
Yeah.
your legs in this direction here.
Okay.
And it's like a second serve in tennis, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Nice, low effort throw,
Yeah.
7 out of 10 over there.
Okay.
All right. So now, what do you want in the way? And one of the things that really lit you up
Yeah.
and connected you to the target, and that's the deal. If we can get you connected to the target's out there, right?
Yeah.
This can't be your target.
No.
That would be like me saying, Moo, go to your car. So you get to your car and you go, now what?
Yeah.
I'm going, nothing. You're going, well, What was the point?
Right.
That's not how we work, right? You go to your car because you got some place to go. This is your car. Where do you want it to go? You got to connect that with your action. So if you set up to the ball here, Moo,
Okay.
what you're going to see when Moo sets up, notice he's using the full surface of his club from the bottom of the shaft to the toe of the club, and he's got to close that. He's cupping the ball. It looks like this. See that? You can't go with a square face because when the hands come through first, it opens the face. So you close the face, so when you get to the ball, you're actually cupping it properly and compressing it in the direction of the target.
Right.
Go ahead. So now you're saying, okay, there's the target.
Yeah.
We're going to hit a little draw. We're going to start at left edge of the target.
Right.
So now your brain is connecting this compression point with that target, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
All right, let's see it. Sav just exploded out of her chair. You go, what the hell was that?
Yeah, that's good reference for compression.
Wasn't
right
that
there.
cool?
Yeah.
Did you see that go?
Yeah.
Now, his attention was on the direction he wanted that ball to go. So he was compressing through the ball. That's why you never want to practice with an impact bag, because the impact bag is designed to stay in place.
Yeah, get hurt too, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Now, if you really want, you notice how he was able to really come through there. And also, please do it with a steel shafted club,
Yeah.
not a graphite shafted club. We learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
So we have a direction for the compression. So now if we take a ball,
Yeah. Right.
you're squeezing the ball into that picture,
Right.
and you're trapping it in that direction with the face of the club.
Correct.
Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah, that was the one.
That was compressed.
Yeah.
So there's the secret sauce. We're sending the weight of the arms and club. We're using the weight of the arms and club to move the ball into the direction that we want the ball to go in. This is what activates your lower body. This is what activates your weight shift and the body clearing. This is what gives you the gift of a golf swing. You can never let the ball be your target. You can never focus on manipulating yourself into positions. When you're looking for positions, the brain is asking the body to freeze up, and now your body is not going to move anymore. But when you're asking your brain to use the weight of your arm club unit to deliver a throw that way or to deliver a compression that way, you get a golf swing. I hope you enjoyed that. See you next week.